Psychopaths can be heroes. Like, I don't want to rant about psychopaths too much, but it's really interesting that we are so pro mental illness, but we just act like psychopaths are inhuman demons or something. But you need them. You need them. They wouldn't exist, right? Obviously, the tribes that had the right amount of psychopaths outcompeted the ones that didn't, because they're just so damn effective when they're good. And you just, you don't want someone too empathic, too introspective. If you need to have heart surgery, or accused of a terrible crime and you need a criminal lawyer or whatever, you just need to be defended in battle. The right psychopath is exactly what you want. And it doesn't matter that they're not interested in you. Your interests align, and so your success is their glory, right? And so Donald Trump, I think, is a psychopath, probably. I think he is. He's quite transparent. I don't think the man has any intrinsic moral authority. But I want to talk about how he's acquired moral authority, because he melts so many people's brains, and it's not actually that complicated. It's really to do with how evil the US government has become. I mean, we know power corrupts, and the US government is the most powerful force on earth and has been for nearly 100 years. So how can it be good? I mean, we can see what it's done. And it's clearly not a democracy, and it's clearly the US federal government is clearly possessed by, the darkest interests in society. Trump is like this corrupt, corporate thief who's interested in nothing but self-aggrandizement. His level of criminality is relatively innocent when you start looking at global politics and economics at the global scale. And he's just not a team player at that level. I mean, Obama, for example, was a complete team player, and this is why Trump is 100 times more influential than Obama. Nobody's imitating Obama's political strategies. Basically, Obama just represents the end of hope and the betrayal of progressive ideals. And I'm not saying Trump's the answer, but he's the only force in US politics that doesn't predictably promise more of the same. And I'm not encouraging people to put their faith in Trump. The guy is, he's lost. He's so lost. But it's interesting how even I think I said once that he's just a spanner caught in a terrible machine, jamming a machine. And this is his heroism. The reason he acquires any heroism for some people. And I would argue he actually does have some heroism, because I actually think, I get why people would vote for him. I probably would have held my nose and voted for him if I was American. Not the first time, but the second, once I realized how insane the system was. Just because, a lot of people just vote for him just because it's anything but more of the same. And so, because of his relatively innocent relationship to the US state, this is how he acquires the moral authority that he has. It's just very negative, because so much of it comes from just pure negativity, right? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, not really, right? And just because he triggers some of the biggest liberal hypocrites on the planet and humiliates them too, and kind of just reveals what America's really doing, he's not. It's terrible. This is not me saying I love Trump and you should vote for Trump, you should respect Trump. I'm just trying to flesh out how he's not a devil, he's not an angel, he's just he's just a leaf on a river. There's very few people are live players, 1 in 100 probably, I reckon. I'm not really, I'm not claiming to be. I have tremendous insight, but I haven't yet come to terms with my own demons to the extent that I can act in the world beyond abstractions with the people I love in a way that's transformative, right? I can speak with great intelligence about this political stuff. I said I wasn't going to talk about politics, I guess, but I guess I'm just trying to talk about it more and more loosely, because I think about talking about myself, and it's not like I'm trying to keep secrets, but I'm so much less naive about telling the truth, like the truth is something you can tell. And if I get into the deep truths about myself, I'll mostly just be really misunderstood. And reputation is important. So I do want to talk about my divorce, marriage, marijuana addiction, sex addiction, stuff that I'm getting over. Like, I'm getting over, but it's not safe to talk about these things as you're clambering out of them. But I mention them I just want to be realer. It's like, we're all fucking broken at some level. Like, ain't no one normal that exists, right? Like, normality is just a statistical category. Anyway, I don't want to preach and get all new agey or whatever. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do, and I'm just, like, scared to. Anyway, I just wanted to say something about Trump, really. It's just, Jesus, I can't believe the Americans. It's not really the Americans' fault. It's just civilization, right? Like, it's not one nation, right? Even all liberalism and, these aren't American values. They're not Western values. They're human values. It's just different cultures play games where they carry the ball for longer than they pass it to another, and it's like, it's just the karma of civilization, and America is the leading edge of civilization, is where the corruption is at the most advanced. And I'm kind of all over the place here, but I haven't put up a video for a while, and I'm getting so skeptical of all claims at this point, and because so little people have any free will at all, because they're not doing the actual personal work to wake up and be really alive, to break their own scripts, get out of their parental complexes. Like it doesn't matter how much political freedom you have if you're still just running a script from your childhood, right? It doesn't make any difference. The idea that Saudi Arabia is some terrible society where people are unhappy and there's no freedom, and America is this place that's all free, is I think it's mostly bullshit. It's just different kinds of freedom and different kinds of slavery. Because if you're not awake, if you don't know what you are and what the world is, it doesn't matter what your political system is. You'll just be an ideological puppet. You'll just form some of the mass forces, and you'll just be acting out all the stuff that's in the zeitgeist, right? You might as well just be a leaf on the stream. And forgive my conceit, I'm not trying to claim I'm better than anybody. Maybe a bit luckier than the average person, but good luck. Good luck out.